What should be on your declutter checklist if you have an ADHD home? The first thing is going to be the old and unused items that you have. Old clothes you don't wear anymore, old clothes that are past their time that you need to get rid of, any broken stuff in your home. All this stuff needs to go because it doesn't really belong in your home. It's just taking up space and it is clutter. And then the next thing is going to be all the duplicate stuff you have in your home. Like you bought something, you realize you have one already, then you end up with two, or someone gave you an extra one. If you do not need it or you can't use it at all, go ahead and get rid of it somehow. And here's a way to find the stuff that you want to get rid of. You go to your closet or drawer, anywhere that has a lot of stuff in it, you take all that stuff out, put it on a bed or put it on the floor, and then look at everything that's there. And then you decide what you want to keep and what you need to throw away. And also get rid of all the surplus stuff and excess stuff that you have in your home. Maybe you have way too many pens, maybe you have way too many utensils. You have like 50 forks and you're just one person. Why do you have 50 forks? Anyway, the point is all this stuff takes up space and you can minimize down to just what you need. And let's talk about the just in case items. Just in case I need it for this situation kind of items, you probably don't need to keep those because that situation may never come up. And in that case, you're just holding on to clutter. So go ahead and get rid of all the just in case items that you might have in your home. And this comes with a caveat. Any of those just in case items that are just for emergencies, fire extinguishers, generators, things like that, you do not want to get rid of those. So make sure you actually keep those items. And also anything you don't have a place for in your home, like you look around your home and you don't see anywhere you can put this thing in your home, and you have random items around your home that all fall into that category, think about getting rid of all those things, because if they don't have a place, then they're just clutter and you need to get rid of them, or you need to find a place for them in your home. And anything that you're keeping just because someone you know gave it to you, family or friend or whatever, and you're just keeping it because you don't want to disappoint them because they actually gave it to you, so you want to actually keep it, but as you keep it, it becomes clutter. So this is something you should probably go ahead and think about getting rid of. And all the supplies for the hobbies that you've tried that you're not interested in anymore, but you're just holding on to all that stuff, go ahead and get rid of that stuff, because if you do decide to go back to one of those hobbies, you're going to want to go out and buy new stuff because you're now excited about the hobby again. But the old stuff, go and get rid of. You do not need it. It just becomes like clutter in your home. And anything for a one-time event, for example, a wedding dress, a tuxedo for a wedding, or even a costume for a costume party, all these things, you're not going to wear the same costume again. So go ahead and get rid of that stuff and free up space for something else. And any clothes past their time, they're stained, they're torn, they're coming apart, and you don't know where you're keeping them. They're taking up space in your home. Probably need to get rid of them. You've even got clothes to replace the things that you have that are stained and torn and everything. And all the books and magazines that you don't read anymore, you're not interested in reading them in the future, or you're too far behind in the magazine to catch up to where you want to be in the current magazine, go ahead and get rid of those magazines and books. And junk drawers and doom boxes. Don't organize, only move boxes that have stuff in them that you didn't want to organize at the time, and you move that stuff in a box to another room to make that current room look cleaner. And then junk drawers, you just throw everything in there. So both these things you want to go through, find the stuff you want to keep, and then get rid of everything else. Any board games or video games that you just don't play anymore at all, they sit around home, collect dust, and you know that I just don't like this video game, I just don't like that board game, I'm never going to play it again, go ahead and get rid of those things and let somebody else enjoy the board game or the video game, because that's a thing that just becomes clutter in your home. And now this is a hard one, all your dream stuff. And what I mean by that is you had a dream at one time, you were supposed to follow it at one time, you bought everything to follow that dream, but you never have, and it's way past the time for you to actually follow that dream. And so you need to make a decision. Are you going to take the first step towards that dream? Or are you going to give up on that dream and get rid of all that stuff? And so you need to make a decision. Actually keep all that stuff and pursue your dream, or actually get rid of that stuff, because then it just becomes clutter if you're not going to do anything with it. Now, I do have a video about actually cleaning out your closet and organizing your closet. I'm going to put that up on the screen. It's probably going to come up right here. Just click it and that will take you to the video, and let me know how it is in the comments.